Pompey Sound, your hourly update from Fratton Park, sponsored by Piglet's Pantry, the home of award-winning and handmade food on the South Coast.
And here's the first of what will be many rumours about Josh Murphy being sought after by other clubs.
Birmingham City enjoyed a record-breaking League One season as they comfortably won the title, and they will aim to be celebrating another promotion in 12 months' time. The ambitions of Blues are clear. They want to reach the top, and it was reinforced earlier this month when technical director Craig Gardner spoke about reaching the Champions League and winning multiple Premier League titles. That will seem a way off, but their remarkable spending spree last summer, combined with a new stadium on the horizon and a Category 1 academy, shows the US owners are very serious about their plans. Yet, talk counts for little, and we know that money doesn't guarantee success, so Birmingham must be smart when it comes to recruitment this summer. And one player who would represent a major upgrade on what Blues have right now is Portsmouth's Josh Murphy. Firstly, it should be said that Pompey won't want to sell their star man. Murphy himself has said he is happy on the South Coast and intends on staying put, and some could even debate whether it's a step up given Blues are newly promoted, so there's no guarantee he would want to go. But we know that money talks, and if Birmingham could pull it off, it would be the sort of signing that makes rivals take notice. Birmingham's project, after all, is incredibly ambitious and alluring, and despite their status as a newly promoted second-tier club, they will be toppling many divisional peers for targets this summer. Murphy scored 7 times and registered 14 assists for Pompey this season, which is a fantastic return for a team that were battling in the bottom third. It wasn't just the productivity though, as Murphy was a constant threat with his pace and direct style that made him so hard to stop. Those physical attributes are needed in the second tier, and his ability to run with the ball and stretch the opposition would give Birmingham another threat in the final third.
Portsmouth supporters are going to have to get used to withstanding a barrage of rumours like this, mainly about, is John Messino about to be signed by another club to manage them, or is Josh Murphy going to be signed by another club? The chances of him going to Birmingham, we all know, even the journalists who came up with this piece, we all know that's not going to happen. But these stories will continue to rumble. In the case of Murphy, if he has another good season, they'll taper off a little bit because by then he'll be 31. And there has to be potential in a player for a bigger club to come for him. What's not going to taper off is rumours about John Messino being sought by other clubs, by Premier League clubs, and maybe one day by one of the top 6. He's beginning to look that good. So we might as well enjoy him while we've got him. That goes for him and Murphy and actually the whole 24-man squad. Or is it 25 or 23? I don't know. I haven't checked my phone in the last 10 minutes.
Out of contract Portsmouth defender Cohen Bramall is attracting interest from a host of League One clubs and a League Two side. Following his release from the Championship side, sources have revealed exclusively to The Deck. The former Lincoln City man only joined the club in January from Rotherham United, but he found himself without a club just a few months later. Bramall was one of several names on Portsmouth's retained list, but manager John Messino has admitted there could still be an opportunity to remain at Fratton Park later in the window. Speaking to the News, Messino admitted that the defender's time at the club may not yet be over. "We haven't said to Cohen there's absolutely nothing here in the summer, but we are really happy with the 2 contracted left-backs we've got. We'll see how the transfer window plays out because we see Cohen as having a bit of versatility in different positions as well, but certainly he came in and did a brilliant job for us. He's put himself right in the shop window to pick up, in my opinion, another Championship football club. Under any other circumstances, we would have been looking to offer Cohen something, but Jacob has been out pretty much all season, and we paid money for a young lad to come over from Australia and have high hopes for him. It's tough to have 3 left-backs right now. If it's something which opens up at the back end of the summer, then maybe, but it's difficult right now when we're looking to free up spaces and free up funds for summer recruitment." Despite his current manager's words, clubs in League One have begun to take note of the 29-year-old's availability. Several third-tier sides have already made inquiries regarding his availability, including Reading. Much of the Royals' interest will come down to which of their stars will recommit to the club after the change in ownership, and if there will be a change in strategy going forward.
Nice piece. Well done, everybody involved. For me, he's been a revelation, Bramall. I don't know about anybody else. Well, I do know about anybody else because I talk to as many Pompey fans as I can. He came from nowhere and ended up doing a fantastic job in precisely the way that we know John Messina likes to work, which is with players who can play in any number of positions, either start in any number of positions or during the course of a game adopt positioning in any one of a number of positions according to the moment in time. And Bramall at times looked like an out-and-out left winger. And yes, he can defend. And he's also very handy to have on that side, the left side, in midfield. Left-sided players are not 10 a penny. A very small percentage of the population is left-handed, left-footed. So getting a hold of three guys who are terrific with their left foot isn't as easy as getting hold of three guys who are good with their right foot. So it's a shame that we can't make room for him as a left-sided midfield player. He probably would have too much to learn to become a central holding midfielder, but he can certainly make the transition from fullback to advanced, what we used to call it left wing. Let's call it left wing, and go beyond the winger, but also cover back and know when to do each of those two things, including hold things up in midfield. Very valuable player. 29, that's young today. Real shame that we can't keep him, but then we might. Because is he not on record as having said only 24 hours ago that we will have a good season next season and we should be aiming for the playoffs? We being Pompey. He does know something we don't.
When asked if he was surprised at Yengi's release, FLW's Portsmouth fan pundit, Miltos Ioannidis, claimed he was not. He believes the player will be fondly remembered for his role in the club's promotion, but that the nature of football is that sometimes difficult decisions like these need to be made after a tough second season. I'm not surprised at all, no, Ioannidis told Football League World, and I think that this was always coming. Yengi played a monumental part in our memorable League One winning season, however. He was unfortunately not able to build on that and have a similar impact for us this time around in the Championship. In defence to him, I have a lot of sympathy for the fact that his season was hindered with injuries, and I'm sure he will feel that we never really saw him at his best this season.
The truth is, harsh though the truth is, that the time has come for conversation about Kusini Yengi to start tapering off. Football fans have, and it's important that they have short memories when it comes to players who we let go, players that we, felt that we would metaphorically fight and die for when they're in the blue shirt, who we love dearly. There's one of my favourite social media posts ever is from a Pompey fan who says something like, "I love 11 men and 1 woman, my wife." And that just about sums it up, really. However, when the breakup happens, you have to move on. We wish Yengi good luck. We recognise that he had bad luck with injuries. There will be those, I suspect, who will say that he shouldn't have gone to Australia in the first place. We were asking for trouble, and we got it, and he got it as well. He got it worse. So you have to look after your knees, especially if, and there was talk, wasn't there, way back, that perhaps he was a little bit injury prone. Have no idea about the truth of that, but that was the talk. And he suffered enough injuries throughout this season for him to really not even scratch the surface on the turf of Fratton Park. However, the time has come to move on, and we shall pretty soon stop talking about Kusini Yengi, although, wouldn't it have been great if he'd really hit it off? Fantastic. But he didn't, and so he moves on, and we wish him well, blah, blah, blah. Of course we do, and we'll keep an eye on where he goes. That will be interesting. It will be a litmus test for where we are, whoever picks him up. It'll tell us a little bit about ourselves. That's why why we stay interested to begin with. When players leave Pompey, we want to see where they're going, who picks them up, and how well they do in their new station. So we will keep half an eye on that, but that interest will then wane and almost disappear, unless, of course, we find ourselves playing against him next season or the season after that, which is that conceivable? It's conceivable. It's unlikely, but it's conceivable. So once again, perhaps for the last time, good luck, Kosigi. Thanks for the memories, and we wish you well, but don't come back to haunt us.